Howdy, I'm Shane Cooley, and I'm sitting here in lovely South Austin, Texas, getting ready to release my new double single, Voices Black Moon. And it feels like a very appropriate place to be sitting, because not only were both of these songs written in South Austin, but many others of mine were as well. It's almost been a breeding ground for a lot of my songs. And I live in Virginia, that's where I grew up, and I moved back there after the pandemic to a little rural area called Mollusk. But I lived in Austin for many years and still come down here as often as I can. And one of the main reasons why I came down to Austin was to really work on my chops as a songwriter. There are a lot of good songwriters down here, and the energy just keeps you on your toes being in this scene. So it's almost like a place you can really just hone on your skills. And I pursued that journey down here and wrote a great many songs really trying to challenge myself. And sometimes within that time of trying to push myself, sometimes maybe I'd push too hard and I would get into a writer's block, which happens to the best of us. And the older and wiser, hopefully, that I get, I'm trying to tell myself that those things shall pass. I'm probably going to write songs for the rest of my life, but it always feels like in those moments that you're never going to write a song again. So the first track off this double single, the A-side, Voices, was a song that was written exactly in that circumstance, where I was trying to write and nothing felt like it was sounding good, and everything was going in the trash can. I always have my iPhone recording, because like David Crosby said, if you didn't write it down, it never happened. So I always try to capture ideas, because lots of times they'll become full songs, or even if not, I've learned that sometimes I can psych myself out in the process. So I just remember sitting in my old house in Kings Highway, just right down the road here. I could walk to it right now, which is very nostalgic for me. And I always would have my little notebook in hand, usually with some doodles. This is a fresh notebook, so it's less doodly, but I had scribbled down some of these words, and I recorded a draft of this song, and I didn't like it at all. And it almost made me feel worse, because I thought, oh man, my writer's block is continuing. And I didn't quite know what the lyrics were about, and I feel like they're still intentionally vague, but I know I was going through a lot of darkness at that time and feeling the need to create. And those lyrics are really, they come from that state of a writer's block and feeling stuck and feeling like this isn't right, this whole situation isn't right. And so it's a very lonely song, and maybe, I think because it's a bit of a sadder tune too, I was just kind of bummed out for a second. I was like, this isn't any good, and I threw it away. And maybe a week later I listened to it again and realized that I was completely in my own head about it, and I had written a very good song. And it's a song that has continued to be a favorite at my shows, and I've recorded it before on my acoustic anthology 50 songs I put out during the pandemic. But this version that is about to be released was recorded in my home studio, Cooley land, where I have the quiet space and all the instruments to put my fingertips on, and the right vibes to get the right soul into it. So it's been a full circle journey with this song. A song about a writer's block, written during a writer's block, almost thrown away and revived. And here I am, revived, back in town, about to play a music festival. And so it goes around. Which also, I think with the chords of this song, there's a very circular nature to them, I feel. And it's all about seasons and cycles. So this song is called Voices. Hope you enjoy. all I'm hearing lately, but I don't want it to apply. Time flies is such an understatement, but it may be worth a try. Since you've been gone, all the voices in my head, all the voices in my head, they don't talk. Since you've been gone, all the voices in my head, all the voices in my head, they don't talk. So I don't talk. Such an inconvenience, lesser of two evils and his friends. I have felt a million kinds of lonely. This is the kind that never ends. Since you've been gone, all the voices in my head, all the voices in my head, they don't talk. Since you've been gone, all the voices in my head, they hang out with you instead. They don't talk. So I don't talk. They don't talk. So I don't talk. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I want to thank Songwriting Magazine very much for having me. And go check out Voices Black Moon on all digital platforms.